Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's lesson, we will be looking at one of the biggest mysteries in all of history. We're going to ask the question, where did humans come from? And depending upon what perspective you take, the answer can vary wildly. Some believe that humans were created in their current form. Others believe that humans evolved over millions of years from earlier primate forms. Still others have no idea and are completely agnostic on the issue. Now, this topic is quite sensitive for many people because for many it blends into religious beliefs and mythology. So before we begin, remember that this is just a neutral overview of the subject matter. Make sure you show respect towards others in the comments section if they hold different views than your own. If you don't, you'll be asked to leave without your head. Also, please subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Let's get started. Let's start by exploring the scientific explanation for human origins. That which we call the theory of evolution was first proposed by English naturalist Charles Darwin in his 1859 book, On the Origin of Species. By means of natural selection, or as he put it, survival of the fittest, Darwin argued that life on Earth has existed in various forms for millions of years and that all living things have descended from common ancestors. In other words, humans didn't just appear out of nowhere. We didn't always look like we do now. Instead, our bodies have slowly changed and adapted over the course of millions of years. According to Darwin, these changes came about through a process called natural selection, whereby organisms with traits better suited to their environment were more likely to survive and reproduce. This led to the passing on of those beneficial traits to subsequent generations, eventually leading to the emergence of new species. For example, imagine a group of early humans who lived in a cold climate. If there was a genetic variation within this population that made some individuals warmer, thanks to thicker fur, they would be more likely to survive and pass on their genes. Over time, this would lead to a gradual increase in the frequency of the thick fur trait within the population. Eventually, the entire population would have thick fur as a result. Now, let's explore the major stages of human evolution according to the scientific consensus. Some of this information may shock you. Okay, so let's start with the very beginning. Our earliest known ancestor was the Australopithecus, which comes from the Greek words for southern ape. These were small-brained apes with bodies that resembled modern humans. However, they walked on all fours rather than standing upright. One of the most famous Australopithecines is Lucy, a female of the species Australopithecus afarensis who lived in Ethiopia around 3.2 million years ago. Her skeleton was discovered in 1974 and provided valuable insights into the early stages of human evolution. The next stage was the Homo habilis, meaning handy man. They had larger brains than the Australopithecines and were capable of using simple tools. They lived in Africa from roughly 2.4 to 1.6 million years ago. Next we come to Homo erectus, meaning upright man. They were taller and had even larger brains than their predecessors. They were also the first hominids to migrate out of Africa into Asia and Europe. Homo erectus lived from roughly 1.8 million to 117,000 years ago. Finally, we arrive at Homo sapiens, modern man. They emerged in Africa around 300,000 years ago and eventually spread throughout the globe. Homo sapiens have larger brains and more complex language abilities than other hominids. So that's the scientific consensus on where humans come from. However, as mentioned previously, this isn't the only perspective. Let's now explore some religious and mythological explanations. According to the Christian faith, humans were created by God in His own image. In the book of Genesis, chapters 1 and 2, it states that God created Adam, the first man, from the dust of the ground and breathed the breath of life into him, and he became a living being. Later, God created Eve from one of Adam's ribs. Christians believe that this creation event was a miraculous act of God and that humans did not evolve from lower forms of life. In Islam, the creation of Adam is also described in the Quran. Surah 38, verses 71 to 76, it says, "We have surely created man in the best of stature, and we have taught him the removal of good and evil." And the noble Quran has explained that Adam was created from clay. African myths also contain a variety of creation stories. In some Bantu myths, for example, God molded humans from the earth. In others, humans were created from the union of a sky god and an earth goddess. Greek mythology offers a different perspective. According to Hesiod's theogony, Prometheus, a Titan god, created man out of clay and Athena breathed life into him. In this account, humans were seen as a special creation of the gods, separate from the rest of the animal kingdom. So as you can see, the question of human origins can be approached from various angles. Science offers a naturalistic explanation grounded in evidence and testable hypotheses. Religion provides accounts rooted in faith and supernatural beliefs. And mythology presents symbolic narratives that explain the origins of humanity. You might be thinking to yourself right now, if the scientific community believes that humans evolved, why then do certain religious communities believe that humans were created in their current form? Well, the answer is pretty straightforward. Science interprets the evidence in one way while religion interprets the same evidence in another way. For example, consider the age of the Earth. Scientists generally agree that the Earth is approximately 4.5 billion years old based on radiometric dating of rocks and other evidence. However, some religious groups hold beliefs that conflict with this scientific consensus, such as the belief that the Earth was created just a few thousand years ago. So the bottom line is that science and religion often interpret the same evidence in different ways. Science tends to rely on empirical evidence and the scientific method, while religion often relies on faith and divine revelation. For some people, the question of human origins is purely a scientific one that can be investigated through the discovery of fossils and genetic evidence. For others, it is a matter of faith and religious teachings. There isn't one definitive answer that will satisfy everyone. But here's the thing. Despite the differences in perspective, there is room for both science and religion in the exploration of human origins. Science can shed light on the physical and biological aspects of our origins, while religion and mythology can offer insights into the cultural, social, and spiritual dimensions. It's possible to appreciate the scientific explanation for human origins while also holding religious beliefs. Many people find ways to reconcile their faith with scientific discoveries. Ultimately, how one views human origins is a personal decision influenced by a combination of factors, including upbringing, cultural background, and personal experiences. Okay, so far we've looked at the scientific and religious explanations for human origins. Now, let's discuss some unanswered questions and ongoing research in the field. One of the missing links in the current understanding of human evolution is the exact sequence of events that led to the emergence of Homo sapiens. While we have a general idea of the major stages of human evolution, there are still gaps in our knowledge. For example, there is ongoing research to better understand the genetic changes that occurred during the transition from Homo erectus to Homo sapiens. Another area of active research is the study of human genetics and the analysis of ancient DNA. Advancements in these fields have provided new insights into human evolution and migration patterns. For example, the discovery of Neanderthal and Denisovan DNA in the genomes of modern humans has revealed a complex history of interbreeding among different hominid species. Artificial intelligence is also transforming our understanding of human origins by enabling scientists to analyze vast amounts of data and make new discoveries. AI-powered tools can help researchers identify patterns in ancient DNA, track migration patterns, and simulate evolutionary processes. Who knows? Maybe one day AI will become sentient and rule the world. As technology continues to advance, we can expect to see even more exciting discoveries related to human origins. As we learn more about our ancestors and the forces that shaped their evolution, we gain a deeper appreciation for the incredible journey that brought us to where we are today. In conclusion, the question of human origins is a fascinating and complex one that has captivated thinkers for centuries. From the scientific perspective, the theory of evolution provides a compelling explanation for the diversity of life on Earth, including the emergence of Homo sapiens. Religious and mythological perspectives offer alternative narratives that provide meaning and purpose within their respective belief systems. As we continue to explore the origins of humanity, we must embrace curiosity, open-mindedness, and respect for diverse perspectives. The quest for understanding our beginnings is a testament to the human spirit of inquiry and our desire to comprehend the mysteries of existence. So the big question I want to end this lesson with is, do you think we are still evolving? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Here are some links that you can use for further research. And don't forget to subscribe.